Hi, I'm Thorstein from Cinema Terror, and today we're going undercover with the highly underrated 1999 action thriller In Too Deep. In Too Deep tells the story of a young, ambitious cop, Jeff Cole. After proving himself as being a promising talent in the field of going undercover, he gets the task of a lifetime to go undercover and infiltrate the gang of the street drug lord Dwayne Gittens, who goes by the nickname of God. What we get to see is how this type of work can change a human being, and the entire premise for this is supposed to be based on a real-life case where a detective got way too deep into the street game and forgot his real identity. In Too Deep tries its best to explore that by showing us both sides of Omar Epps' character Jeff Cole, or Jay Reed as he calls himself when he's undercover. Epps takes the task of carrying the film with ease and delivers a strong performance, giving his character plenty of depth, making us feel for him and understand the inner torment that he's going through after he has gotten himself so deep into the street life that he's starting to lose parts of his true self.
I'd say that was totally unprofessional, Cole.
Or you'd say? Who the fuck are you? The DEA, you can't even get a guy to go undercover long enough without asking for an extended vacation.
At least I know who the enemy is.
The main bad guy, God, is played by the legendary hip-hop artist LL Cool J. He comes off more menacing than what I can remember to have ever seen LL do on the screen before, but his character never becomes over the top, but rather always stays believable and human, albeit an arrogant and cruel one. The rest of the cast is rounded out nicely with unique and interesting characters. They all seem to have their own traits to make them stand apart, and you understand them and the role they play pretty quickly. There is also some fun small cameos to enjoy if you are into hip-hop music, as you will spot people like Jermaine Dupri, Nas and Sticky Fingers from Onyx. Oh, and a person that should never be overlooked is of course the lovely Pam Grier. She only has a minor role in this, but again, it's Pam Grier, so of course I gotta mention her. Australian director Michael Reimer didn't do much to dazzle the audience, but rather kept the look of the film very down to earth and realistic. There's no attempt of straying from the story for a bit just to give us an extra action sequence or two, as there probably was too much respect for the story for them to take any cheap steps just to add some extra thrills here and there in order to satisfy the popcorn crowd. I'm sure that some will hold the lack of shoot-em-up action against the film, but if you are able to enjoy an action film without guns being blasted every 5th minute, then I don't think the lack of violence will matter much to you. That being said, there is still some stuff that stands out though and are quite violent. One scene in particular that goes into full disturbing mode is when God is punishing one of his henchmen by having him stripped naked on a pool table, and yeah, you see where this is going.
Man, you wildin' out, man. Well, I'm wildin' out. You supposed to be my man. I am your man. You gotta come on, man, please, man. Yo. And I'm proving, motherfucker. I'm sorry, man.
We also get small but important glimpses of what a negative influence God and his street gang has on their surroundings. The rest of the crew also does a commendable job. The movie reportedly had a budget of $7 million and they made good use of it. The film looks good and nails the tone it is going for. I should also mention that the hip-hop-filled soundtrack has a few gems to it, including 50 Cent's first single How to Rob. I guess I would have to say that the weakest point of In Too Deep is that the story is a bit formulaic. You will feel like you have seen this stuff before, but on the other hand it's not that easy for the screenwriters to expand more on a story like this, as it is being told within only 95 minutes of running time. I generally prefer the television format for crime stories like this, and perhaps if TV was as big back in the late 90s as it is today, then In Too Deep might have been made for that format instead. I kept thinking of the show Power while watching this film, and I could definitively see In Too Deep being done as a similar show.
Tell you what though, one of them young cats, little motherfuckers, man, they smoke them in a second. Hand the whole shit over to me.
I find In Too Deep to be an underrated crime film. It might not have enough spectacular stuff in it to draw in the action crowd, but the rich characters and excellent performances should be enough to give an adult audience a satisfying experience. If you're into crime films like this, then I think you will agree with me that this will be an enjoyable film. In Too Deep is worth buying and watching several times, and I will give it a great score of 4 out of 5. So, are there more people out there that actually liked this film, or am I the only one championing it nearly 20 years after its release? Do you think this story would have worked better in a TV format than on the big screen? Let me know about it in the comment section below, and press that like button if you want me to review more movies in this genre. If you enjoy crime movies, then check out my review for the Danish film Pusher. It's a 90s low-budget film by none other than Niklas Windig Refn, and it's absolutely fantastic. Hope you enjoyed this video review of Into Deep, and that we will be back here in the future for more movie-related content here on Cinema Terror.